Shalom Aleichem, blessed souls. This is Damadog Danzos Yibum from Crown Heights, where the sun is shining. And we're happy. Maybe the rain's gone away for a couple days. And just a reminder, blessed souls, that when we say Shalom, peace, we encourage everyone to look up, please, the book of Judges, chapter 6, verses 23 and 24, to realize and come to understand and internalize who is the source of our peace. Today I'm back with Blessed Ben Noach, son of Noah, Argaviu. How you doing, Argaviu?
Hi.
Beautiful
Good
right?
being back here.
Okay. So we're going to talk about, for a little bit, blessed souls, the idea of, if we were to assume the Most High had a body and form, and with that we're making a total disclaimer, he has no body and form, but let's assume he did have a body and form according to some sort of philosophical perspective. If he were to have a body, which means a material manifestation, or a form meaning a design. For instance, we have something called the sun. It's a physical manifestation. It's in the sky. That's its body. But its form is that's elliptical, or round, cylindrical, whatever you want to call it, anything that your mind's eye and your mind itself would picture as the design of the sun, how it's shaped. So these things don't apply to the Almighty. So Ron, how would you take a teaching like that to try to reason with someone how it's not plausible to take an unlimited creator and put him into a limited body and limited form?
Okay, for one, the fact that once we're on the idea that God is only one, then in reality, form or a body, it's only necessary for a comparing, or comparing one from the other, or differentiation. As long as there's only one God, then there's no need for any kind of physical body or shape in any way, because he's not to be differentiated between another, because there's no other but one.
Right. So do you define one as a numerical oneness?
Yes.
Okay. I would say he's a numerical one, but he's a type of oneness that is inclusive of everything that manifests out of his desire for creation, which is not necessarily of oneness. So he is the source of oneness and the source of inclusiveness of all types of diversity to the various levels of creation. I just want to accentuate that point here. Now, since he has no body, he can't be affected by any circumstances that can affect the body. Now we who have bodies, if I slap my hand, it has a certain effect. If I pinch my skin, it has a certain effect. But there's no hand to slap, and there's no skin to pinch on the Almighty. So how does that empower us to know, in terms of our relationship to him, that he has no body? How would that give assurance to another human being that the creator of all creation does not have to be limited to a body?
I don't quite understand your question.
Okay. You tell someone, say there are people who associate the Almighty with body and form, manifestation of physicality, and design of that physicality. And we've also mentioned that physicality of body and form implies limitation and definition. Okay? So, if I want to reassure a person that the Almighty doesn't have body and form, in a sense, I'm reassuring them, as I understand it, that therefore he has no limitations. Meaning, he will ultimately always be creator. I don't want to get perceived as being sexist, because there's no sexism regarding the creator. Creator is. That he is, creator is there to be accessed. He is always, creator is always turning and is with us. So therefore, we have the choice and the option and the privilege to want to connect to that which is already connected to us, because that which is connected to us already has no limitation. But we who have limitation, because again, We have body, and our bodies are designed this way, 2 arms, 2 legs, the midsection bodies. We have a chance to activate a means of connection to this thing which has no limitation. And of course, that means we know of as the Torah. So I'd like to ask if you can read as we conclude here that the author of Shneur Zalman explains in the Gate of Unity and Faith in chapter 5 that how does the Almighty reveal His unity and infinity to us. You can just go to if you can read from here, from Rabbi Shneur Zalman.
Okay, Rabbi Shneur Zalman explains in the Gate of Oneness, of Unity and Faith, that this refers to his revelation of godliness to mankind through exceedingly righteous individuals, example Moses, and the signs and miracles recorded in the Torah.
And I'd like to add, preceding Moses, it was Isaac, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yisrael, Jacob, Israel, Abraham, Avraham, and of course his ancestor Noah, which hopefully in the next video we'll talk about the righteousness of Noah, because if we're learning, we're promoting ideas relating to the 7 Noahide commandments, we should learn something more about the righteousness of Noah. In the written scripture it says he was a tzaddik, but in the oral tradition, which is connected to the story of Noah and the saga preceding the flood, we should learn about his righteousness. So with that, blessed souls, we would just like to say, have a beautiful day, a beautiful destiny, a beautiful experience with other people today. And remember, the best resource upon the face of this blessed earth is the human family. Conclude something?
I think you said it all.
So we'll just conclude what we can say together. Sababa.
Sababa.
Rejoice.
Rejoice.
Ahava echad.
Ahava echad.
One love.
One love.
Gorel echad.
Gorel echad.
One destiny.
One destiny.
Babori echad.
Babori echad.
And the one creator. Bedarchi Noam.
Bedarchi Noam.
Bedarchi Shalom. In a pleasant way, in a peaceful way. Hamshich, to be continued.